Imagine taking any news article about any topic or a blog post about any topic and converting it into a professional LinkedIn post, a Medium article, a Facebook post, an Instagram post, and a Twitter post, all customized for that particular platform. In this video, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to walk through step by step how to create an automation tool using make.com. And I'm also going to show you how to use ChatGPT to create all these prompts. So that way, all you have to do is copy and paste. Whether you're a content creator or you just want to increase your personal brand, or you work for a social media company, or whatever it may be, this is going to be an extremely useful video for you. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to use make.com to get this done. Obviously, if you don't have an account, go to make.com and create a free account. A free account is going to be plenty for you to be able to create these scenarios because they'll give you enough credit. All right, so once you create that account, you're going to come right here and click on scenarios, and then you're going to click on create a new scenario. So we're going to name this scenario as automation. Again, you can name it whatever you want. And then now, so here's where we're going to get started with our first node. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually create a Google Sheet where we'll be able to insert the link to that article or the link to that blog post that then we'll be able to summarize, parse, and then convert it to all these different tools using all these different posts using the different tools that's available to us. So the first thing we need to do is create a Google Sheet. So I've already done that, but let's just go ahead and start fresh. So you're going to go to your Google account and go to Google Sheets. Here, I'm going to create a blank spreadsheet, and let's name this media links. All right. And then here, what I'm going to do is just have one column that says media post links, or again, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Another thing I'm going to do is increase the sizes of my rows so that way I get some spacing there. I'm going to increase the size a little bit in this one. There you go. All right, perfect. So now that we've created that media link, I'm going to go back to my make.com. And again, the first node is going to be a Google Sheet. So I'm going to click on the plus sign and click on Google Sheets. Again, if you these are my most recent used ones, so that's why it's showing up there. But if you don't have it there, all you got to do is just search Sheets or Google Sheets and they'll show up. And all you got to do is click on Google Sheets, and then it will open up all these different options that are available. So what we need to do is actually go down to rows here and click on watch new rows, because the reason why we're going to select this is because every time we add a new news article or a blog post link, we want to make sure that make.com is reading the Google Sheets and watching for the new rows that are being added. So that's why we're going to select watch new rows. So I'm going to click on this. All right, so here what's going to happen is you need to connect your Google account. And if you already haven't done that, because I've already done that, my connection shows. But if you haven't, in order to connect it, it's pretty simple. You're just going to click on add here, and then you're going to click on sign in with Google. This is going to pop up a new page where it's going to ask you to allow make.com to access your Google account. So that way you'll be able to interact with the Google Sheets through the make.com platform. But anyway, so once you do that, you're going to come back to this page. You're going to leave this as it is. Same thing with my drive. And then we're going to click on spreadsheet ID. So you're going to click here to choose a file, and this will load all of the files that are within your Google account. All right. So now all of these files within my drive, it's going to open up. So I'm going to select media links because this is what we created. All right. And it's going to load now the sheet name. We didn't name the sheet. We're just going to select sheet 1. Table contains header, yes, fine. So we're going to leave this as it is. And then for the limit, we're going to change this to 1 because we wanted to read one row at a time. And then that's it. You're just going to click on OK. For the ID, you don't have to do ID, just click all. So this will select all of the IDs that's there. All right, so I'm going to move this a little bit. Okay, so now that the Google Sheet has been created, let's just go ahead and test this out, right? So what I'm going to do is go to my media links here, and let's go ahead and post a link to an article here. So I'm going to go ahead to my Google account. Let's search for AI articles, AI news. All right. Google launches enhanced Pixel phone. All right, that's the latest news here. So let's just go ahead and click on this article. So this is about Google's Pixel phone that they just launched. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link here. And again, this could be anything. This could be a media post. This could be anything basically on the internet that you can have a link to. That will be a live link, meaning that it's not going to be some kind of file that's going to disappear, right? So you'll be able to use this for a variety of things. So I'm going to go back to my media post and then paste it here. Let's go ahead and expand this. And to be honest, as far as like your Google Sheet, this is pretty much it, right? Like all you have to do is just copy and paste the link and then add it here, because on make.com we have given it the instruction to watch out or look for the new rows that are being added to this file. Make.com will automatically be able to access that. So let's just go ahead and test this out. So one of the best habits for creating any automation tool is to always test each step so that way you don't miss anything, because if you have several modules connected to one another and if one of them is not working, then it's going to break the whole sequence apart. So the best thing is to always keep testing. So I'm going to go ahead and click on run once, and you can see it's working. And because obviously there's only one module here, that's why I quickly finished. I'm going to click on this little magnifier there, and what we're going to do is take a look at what the we want to make sure that it read the article. And as you can see right now, the bundle output, it shows that it's reading that article within, or that link within the file that we created. So we're good to go. All right, so now let's go ahead and add our second module. So now what we need to do is we need to have a connection to an AI tool that's going to take this article from this Google Sheet and summarize it. And for me personally, I'm going to use Perplexity, because Perplexity does a really good job of summarizing articles that are up to date, because obviously it has access to the internet and it has the most up-to-date information. So that's why I'm going to use Perplexity here. Again, you could use OpenAI, you can use Anthropic, whatever you like. But I'm going to go ahead and click on add another module. And then here I'm going to search for Perplexity. There you go, Perplexity AI. So I'm going to click on this. So now you have the option of making an API call or create a chat completion. So I'm going to click on create a chat completion. So here, same thing again. If you're not connected, what you have to do is click on add, and you have to copy and paste your API key. So let me show you what that looks like. So you're going to go to your Perplexity account. Again, you don't have to have a pro account. It could be just your normal free account. However, you need to add some credits there. Again, you could put just $5 there, and honestly, that's plenty. You're not going to run out of money if you put $5. So, and the way to do it is just basically once you come here, because mine already has this, I've already set this up. It's just going to ask you to put your payment method. And again, you're going to find this on the API tab right here on the top right hand corner. So once you do that, you add your credits. And then what you're going to do is generate an API key. I've already generated an API key, so I'm going to use this, and then obviously I'm going to delete it later on, because you don't want to share your API keys with people. But anyway, so once you copy this API key, you're going to come and paste it here, and then click on save, and that's it. Your connection will be successful. All right, since I've already done that, I don't need to go ahead and do that again. So now the next step is choosing the model. So you can choose a model from this drop-down list, or just stick with the default that Perplexity already chooses. And in this case, is the Llama 3.1 Sonar Large 128K online. All right, so now what we need to do is actually click on the message and add item. So for the role, first of all, it's always going to be user. So let's just go ahead and select that. For the content, now here's where we need to grab the content from the Google Sheet, meaning that this is going to be all of the links that we will be pasting in Google Sheet. So what we need to do is go ahead here and then click on Media Post Links A. And again, this is the reason why it's saying A is because it's on our column A, right? So we always want to make sure that it's grabbing the row from column A. What you need to do is you need to give Perplexity an instruction. So here I'm going to say, please summarize the following article. And then the article, obviously, is going to be the article link that we're going to be posting on the Google Sheet. And as you can see, as you hover over here on the left hand side, as you can see, the Google Sheet's going to start to show that, hey, this is being accessed through this particular node or this module. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that here. All right, so that should be good to go. And then I'm going to come down here on the max tokens. I'm going to leave it as default, and the same thing with temperature. Again, if you want to know more information about what max token and temperature is, you can Google it or use ChatGPT to learn a bit more. But again, just leave it blank because that's going to choose its default. So I'm going to click on OK. All right, so now that's good to go. So now let's go ahead and test it again. Oh, I forgot to post the link. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and try to put another link to make sure that it's working. So let's go ahead and take this one. This is from Google blog. So click on media. All right, there you go. So now let's go ahead and try this again. Run once, and as you can see, that's complete. And now this one's working. So now what it's going to do is going to take this article and summarize it. So now let's go ahead and click on this little magnifying glass again. We're going to come here on the output, and we're going to click on choices, click on number 1. So you click on message. All right, there you go. So now you can see that the article is being summarized by Perplexity, and it's basically has done what we wanted to do. So now we're good to go here. And again, obviously, as you we'll keep posting new links so that way you can see that it's doing its job as far as summarizing the different articles, so that way you have a good understanding of how things work. And obviously you can always change the link to the article. If you don't like it, you can use another resource to make sure that the summary is done properly. And we're going to test the following steps to make sure that that's done accurately as well. All right, so now what we're going to do is the next step is going to be adding a router. So what the router does is essentially it's going to take the result that comes out of this, and it's going to split it into different modules, meaning we'll be able to have multiple modules that will be connected to this particular module here, right? So what we need to do is click on add another module, and in here we're going to search or type router, click on router, and as you can see, it automatically opens 2 other links to other modules that you can add to. And obviously you can click on this plus button in the center of the router so you can add multiple ones. All right, so the first one we're going to do is click on this plus button on top, and we're going to search for OpenAI. So I like using ChatGPT. Again, you can use Claude, you can use other large language models if you prefer, but I like ChatGPT a lot, so that's why I use OpenAI. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that OpenAI module, and then I'm going to click on create completion, and it's going to open up the connection. Again, same thing. You're going to have to go ahead and go to api.com api.openai.com, and then get your API key and organization ID. Same thing. It's going to be very similar to Claude. You're just going to go to your account, click on settings, and then go to the API tab and grab your API keys and organization ID from there. But since I've already done that, my OpenAI connection is complete here. So then I'm going to leave this create chat completion GPT models, and then in the bottom I'm going to select my model. So I'm going to use the GPT-4 system, which is the latest model, which is the latest one. Again, you have access to other ones as well if you're using this, so you can select whatever large language model version you prefer. But all right, so the next step is, again, same thing, adding a message. So here's where the prompt comes. The prompt is very, very important, right? So the role, obviously, as I mentioned before, you're going to select as user. The message content, so this is where we need to put a really good prompt to make sure that it's doing what we want it to do. And in this case, first, we're going to make this module and connect it to our LinkedIn, so that way it creates a really good LinkedIn post for us that's specific to the LinkedIn platform. So how we're going to do this is we're going to go to ChatGPT. Again, you don't have to have the paid version. You can use the free version as well. Here's the prompt that you need to type. So we're going to say, as a digital marketing strategist, craft tailored social media posts for Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Medium based on the following article about artificial intelligence. Or you don't even have to type this. Again, you don't have to say about. You can just say based on the following article, and then we're going to grab the article from our previous module that I'm going to show you in a little bit. But the important thing is to make sure you type that each platform has its unique audience and style, so ensure that the content resonates with the specific audience while maintaining a consistent brand message. This is very, very important, because then ChatGPT or whatever large language model you're using is going to create that specific prompt for that platform that you're using to make sure that our module is going to work properly and create the right kind of post that's specific to that platform. So this is a very, very important step. And again, I'm going to post this prompt and this result, this example result, as the description of the video, so that way you have a template that you could choose from. All right, so since this one is going to be for LinkedIn, I'm going to go ahead and copy the LinkedIn one. So it says, write a professional and insightful post that highlights the key takeaways from the article. Focus on the implication for the industry professional and thought leaders. Again, because this is specific to LinkedIn, as you can see, it's instructing the module or the ChatGPT module to make sure that it's creating for industry professional and thought leaders. The post should be well structured, using bullet points or short paragraphs to improve readability, include call to actions, encouraging readers to engage with the post, and use hashtags and relevant emojis. All right, so what we're going to do is now copy this. And again, obviously you can add and tweak the prompt to your liking, but we're going to go over to my message content here, and I'm going to paste that here. And then I'm going to say, here is the article summary. So now the article summary will be coming in from our Perplexity AI, again, because it's going to be grabbing the news article or the blog post article from our Google Sheet. On the second step, Perplexity AI is going to summarize that article. So now we need to take that summary and put it in this step to make sure that it creates a content based on the prompt that we're giving it to. So we're going to come to choices, message, and context. So you're going to put this over here. All right, and then that looks good. For max token, put around 1500 on 2000. That should be good enough. And then you're going to click on OK. All right, perfect. So now let's go ahead and test this out again. I'm going to click on run once. Oops, actually, you know what? Let's type in, let's grab another article. Let's see. This time, let's say robotic AI, robotics news. All right, so here's an article about Atlas's robot from Wired magazine. So I'm going to go ahead and click copy that article and go to our media links here and click paste. All right, perfect. Now we're going to come back. Let me make sure I did that right. Yep, that's good to go. Let's go ahead and try and run once. All right, that works. Now Perplexity is working here. So now it should move directly to the third step. There you go. So now Router is shifting this to our OpenAI module here. So now we should be able to see a post that's specific to that article for our LinkedIn if we did our job right. Okay, so let's just click on the magnifying glass and then come down to results. And as you can see, it has done a really good job of creating this post. And again, this is specific to our LinkedIn platform. Again, so now let's say you want to tweak this a little bit. You want to change, let's say you don't like these headings. You can go back to the prompt here. So you're going to click on this GPT and you can tweak the prompt here. So I'm going to say this time, do not put, I just added this, do not put headings like call to action or anything else. Keep the post readable as possible and make sure it's exactly like the LinkedIn user would post. And I'm also asking it to use emojis, relevant emojis, to make the article more readable. So let's just go ahead and try something different now. All right, let's take a look at this one. The quest to give AI chatbots a hand. Same thing. I'm gonna copy. Let's come here, paste, go back, run this. That step is complete. Perplexity AI is working now on this side. So now it should go ahead and use OpenAI here. So this time the output should be different because we tweaked the instructions or the prompt that we gave it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oops, let's click on this one, come to results. All right, there you go. Now you can see it's way better, right? You can see that now it's using emojis. The formatting is a lot better. And as you can see, it removed those headings that said, call to action and all that stuff. So again, you can keep tweaking it to make sure that it's to your liking as far as the formatting is concerned. So now you have the option to either directly post this to your LinkedIn account, which would be the complete step for automation, or you can add a module for Gmail or whatever email you're using to send this to your email so you can review it and then add it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly add this to my LinkedIn account and create a post. So I'm just going to go on LinkedIn, click on LinkedIn. And before I do that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that right now I don't have any posts on my LinkedIn. So if I go to my shop here, as you can see, right now I don't have any posts, right? As you can see, there are no posts here. So now I'm going to see if this automation actually works. So what I need to do is actually create a user text post, right? So I'm going to click on that. And now it's going to ask me to connect my LinkedIn. So what I'm going to do is add a connection. I've already connected my other LinkedIn profile, but let's go ahead and connect this. So I'm going to click on save and it's going to pop up. All right. So once you sign in, now it's going to tell you, would you like to use your name and photo, create, modify, and delete posts. So you're just going to click on allow. And once you do that, this pop-up is going to disappear. And now, as you can see, it says verifying connection. Perfect. Now my LinkedIn is connected. So now for the content, I'm going to go ahead and click on content here. So from here, what we're going to do is go to choices and click on messages and content, right? So we're just going to drag this here. So now what it's going to do is going to directly grab the result that this OpenAI module is going to create. And again, that's why I said you want to keep tweaking those prompts to make sure that it's exactly to your liking, because then you can just completely forget about it. All you have to do is just click on this automation or run it on a daily schedule, and it'll keep posting on LinkedIn the way that you basically instructed it in that prompt section. All right, so that's good to go. I don't have to worry about adding items, anything else, media type, that's fine. Everything should be good. Visibility public, feed distribution main feed. Yep, that's good to go. So I'm just going to click on OK. So let's go ahead actually and test this. So let's go ahead and try something different. So let's select this one this time. Click on copy. Go to media, paste. All right, so this time the article is about Toyota. Toyota robots are learning to do housework by copying humans. Okay, so now let's go ahead and run our instance here. And again, this should now automatically create a post on my profile here if everything works. So I'm going to click on run once. That worked. This is working here. All right, that's good to go. So now this module is working. And again, I would suggest really like changing the prompt to make sure that you're putting the post exactly the way you like it. All right, so that should be good to go. So now it looks like this module worked as well. So I'm just going to quickly click on that, on button, and as you can see, the post ID is shown here. So now let's go ahead and check this out. So let's go ahead and go back. Oh, what did I do? All right, let's go ahead and refresh the page. And as you can see, there you go. This is the post that we just created. Perfect, right? Earlier, like it wasn't showing the post, but right now, as you can see, it automatically created this post for me about Toyota's pushing the boundaries of AI robotics by developing robots capable of performing household chores. That's exactly what this article is about. So it created these different highlights, and it also put the companies related to this article, and the same thing, the influencers, and then all the relative hashtags here. That again, this is coming in directly from our OpenAI module because we specifically gave it instructions in here to make sure that it's following those directions. All right, perfect. So now that's done. Let's go ahead and now post on our Medium. So we're going to create another module, another OpenAI module, a ChatGPT, but this time it's going to be for Medium. Obviously, I'm going to move a little quicker now because the process is going to be pretty similar. So I'm going to click on this plus button, go to OpenAI ChatGPT, click on create a completion prompt. Same thing, your connection will be already established here. The model, I'm going to select GPT-4. Click on message, role is going to be user, the message content. Now, so what we need to do is we need to go back to our ChatGPT and click on our copy and paste the medium here. So I'm going to click on that, copy, go back to our make article, click on the message and paste. All right, and then I'm on the bottom. Here is summary of the article. Perfect. So I'm going to go to choices, message, and we're going to grab the content here, right? All right, perfect. So I'm going to go down here. Same thing for the token. You're going to do 1500 or 2000. Click on OK. So now this should be, the output of this should be a Medium article essentially, right? So let's go ahead and we can test that out. What I'm going to do is now go to another link. Actually, it's a lot easier to just go and grab new links here. All right, so the man who made robots dance. All right, let's grab this one, copy, go to our Google Sheets, paste, come back and run once. Let's just see and make sure that we get that different module here that's created, and then we're going to click on our medium.com and add that. So now what's going to do is it's going to first have this module run. So it's going to create that LinkedIn, and now it's going to work on the second one, which is going to be our new one for medium.com. So we can actually go ahead and take a look at our, oh, by the way, it automatically posted into our LinkedIn. So now if you go back, let's see here, we should have another post now. There you go. So now we got two posts. As you can see, exciting from Boston Dynamics, AI Institute, Spearhead Visionary Remark, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Perfect. All right. Anyways, so now let's go to our scenario and see what this output came. So now this time the output should be for a Medium article. Okay, so you're going to come back here down on output, create, click on choices, click on one, message, content, and there you go. As you can see, it created a nice blog post for our Medium article. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and connect our Medium account here. So I'm going to search for Medium. If you don't have a Medium account, then go ahead and create a free account and then attach your or connect your Medium account there, and just going to click on create post. Same thing for the title. You can use something from this module, or you can just, you know, put manually the title. You can just say AI robotics or something. All right. Content format, you're going to leave as HTML, and the same thing, content, you're going to grab the content that's coming in from this module right here. So again, same thing, you're going to click on choices, message, and content. Perfect. You can put a URL or you don't have to. Everything looks good. I'm just going to click on OK. All right, so that's done. So now we have that set up. Now, in order to add another module, what I'm going to do is click on the router here in the plus sign. So as you can see, this module shows up. So now you can either use, again, if you want to use another large language model like Anthropic, same thing. You can just search for it, click on Anthropic Claude, create a prompt, and the same thing, go through that process of connecting your account there. But I'm going to use my ChatGPT because, you know, again, since I'm already connected to that. So I'm going to go ahead, OpenAI, same process again, create completion. So this time we're going to go ahead back to our page here, and let's create our Instagram post because this is going to be a little different. So I'm going to copy this, go back to my page here, On model, I'm going to slash GPT-4 system, message, role is going to be user, message content. So this time it's going to develop a visually appealing Instagram post that includes an inspirational, thought-provoking, blah, blah, blah. Use emojis to create a post. So now what I'm going to do is add the article. Here's the same thing again. Here's a summary of the article. Choices, message, and content. So now here's what we're going to do a little different for Instagram. So let's go ahead and complete this step first. Click on max tokens, 1500. So for Instagram, we need to add another OpenAI module so we can create an image using DALL-E. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and click on this plus button. Same thing, we're gonna click on OpenAI, but this time instead of creating a completion, we're gonna come down here and use a, let's see, image. Where does it go? Generate an image. There you go. So you're gonna click on generate an image. So this time, instead of choosing that GPT-4 model, we're gonna click on DALL-E 3. And that's the latest one. So for the prompt, I'm gonna say generate an eye-catching image for the following. And then here, I'm gonna go ahead and again, grab my content from choices, message, content, and click on OK. So now you can add your Instagram to it, but before, let's just go ahead and test this out. But what I don't want to do is run everything because that's going to be very time consuming. So I'm just going to come here and use unlink, and you can always connect it. I'll show you how to connect the link here in a little bit. So now let's go ahead and grab a new article. There you go. Let's try this one. Copy, come down here, paste this. All right, so this article is going to be about FedEx's new robot loads delivery trucks. Okay, so now we're asking our automation tool to generate an image for this, not only a post for Instagram, but also an image. So if this worked, this step should create the post, and then this step should create an image. So let's go ahead and test this out. Click on run once. And again, because I've unlinked all these other ones, this is going to go directly to this one. So let's just wait. All right, there you go. That worked. So right now it's working on this module right here. So this is going to create that post, and now it's going to create that image, and we'll see if the image worked or not. Because it's using DALL-E, it's going to take a little bit of time. So, all right, perfect. So let's go ahead and click on this magnifying glass there. Click on Delta 1. So this is the prompt it created, and here's the URL for the image. So let's just go ahead and see what this image looks like or whether it works or not. And perfect. There you go. So again, the article was about FedEx's new robot delivering things. So that's what the exact image you created right there. All right, that's perfect actually. So now what you have to do is, since this step works, I'm going to go ahead and now attach my Instagram account. So here you're going to click on the new module. Click on the Instagram, and you're gonna click, oops, sorry, you have to actually click the Instagram for business. There you go. All right, and then you're gonna scroll down and create a photo post. And again, same thing, you're gonna add your Facebook connection. If you don't know how to do that, again, same thing, you're just gonna click on add, click on save. It's gonna pop up. You're gonna allow Facebook to connect to your account. And then now what you have to do is just once you get your your Instagram connected, you'll select the page and then the photo URL. So this is important, right? Because now this is why we created that extra step. So now we're going to grab our URL from the second module, or the most recent one in this case. So we're going to click on data, and here's the URL, right? Perfect. Captions, you can add captions, location ID, those are not that important, but again, same thing, it works. You can tweak it to make sure that it's to your liking. Okay, so now same thing, in order to connect these, I'm gonna go back and just kind of drag this here, and then same thing. So if you want to create your Facebook, the process is exactly the same way, right? Oops. You'll create a module for your Facebook, and then essentially same thing, like make sure you're selecting the right Facebook, because there's like lots of different Facebooks here. But anyway, as far as the connection, not sure why this looks so weird. There you go. Yeah, so as far as the connection goes, or as far as additional module goes, again, same thing, you'll create another instance for OpenAI for ChatGPT, and then you can add like your Twitter account or any other account if you wish to. So you can see that it's extremely powerful because you can, using just one module, as far as the Perplexity side of things, you're utilizing the Google Sheets, and then you're adding basically different links to blog posts, to news article, whatever it may be. And all you have to do is, like, once you create this, again, you can run this almost at different time intervals. So for example, if you want to do this every day, where like at 8 o'clock, like once a day or twice a day or whatever it may be, you can come here and change that. So for example, if you want to do every day, let's say at 8 a.m., right? So you will come in here and just click on OK. And now it says daily at 8 a.m. So every day this is going to run this automation tool. Or you can again keep this manual. You don't have to do this at all. You can completely get rid of this, and you can just say once. And you can set a time or a date, or again, you can just come in here and manually run this. And if you have already posted or connected all these social media accounts or other accounts, it will directly create all these different posts with just a click of a button based on the link that you provided. So as you can see, this is a very, very powerful tool. I hope you found this helpful. Try it out. Let me know if you run into any issues in comments below. But good luck, and I hope you can utilize this tool to automate a lot of these works that required a ton of time. And as you can see, it's just a matter of clicking a button once and it will create everything. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.